Boom. Oh, this is what I gotta be careful with this.
No, the chair.
Because the chair, it cracks, bro. And I know I'm gonna be laughing.
Yeah,
when black people laugh, for some reason they can't just laugh. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, it's a full body laugh.
It's gotta be everything, little movement. Some people get up and right.
That one where you like smacking your leg,
Oh
gosh.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Run it.
Hopefully it's not a problem, man. It should be alright. Should be cool.
It should be okay. Should be alright.
Yeah.
Yo, Tawonga.
Yes, sir.
Tawonga. Welcome back to another episode of Mind Screen, yo. You know what I mean? It was good having you the first time we had you on. That was a really good episode. I think that was... What was that? Like a cultural appropriation, isn't it?
Yeah. That's where we started off.
That's where we started off.
We started off
with a dare on them.
Yeah. No, it's good to be back, man. I really enjoyed it last time, actually. It was good fun. So no, thank you. Thank you for the invite. It's good to be back.
Our pleasure. I say our pleasure, but it's just me here. There's no Billy.
Yeah.
Billy, I don't know if you guys know, but Billy is off the podcast now. It's just me. Alright? Like, it's just Mind Screen by myself. I love the fact that you actually believe that. Your facial expression.
I was like, wait, hang on. Is he seriously off? Like, what?
What happened? What happened with you?
Yeah, I was like, wait, just a couple of days ago you were talking about me getting Billy on, and I'm like, what happened since then?
Oh, shit. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Shall we just jump into it?
Yeah.
Let's just jump into it. Is Will Smith a simp? That's what the whole world is asking,
Oh.
I mean, everyone's talking about it, and we're not clout chasers, so. Anyways, it's just one of those things that like you're gonna have to talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it's everywhere. You can't avoid it. Listen, I've like for the past probably the past 3 days, I actually forgot that there's a humanitarian crisis. Not only in parts of Africa, but in Europe right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess it's a good distraction or a little thingy.
Yeah.
You know
something a little bit different to
something different. We're tired of saying just war this, war that.
Yeah.
Let someone slap someone with the breast for a change. You know what I mean?
On national television. At one of the biggest award shows there is for people in the industry.
Yeah.
For you to get up and slap somebody like that.
But what do you think? Because I'm thinking. No, go on.
Yeah. So I mean, I've been all over the place with this. We've been talking about it quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
And like, I found my opinion swaying, and I've got two very distinctive thought patterns with this one, right? At first, I'm sure everyone was thinking, is this real?
Yes.
First things first. I looked at it.
I thought fake.
Yeah.
It's gotta be fake. Like, come on. Like, the whole scenario is like, what? I don't know.
It seems unreal. It just, even when I watched it just seemed unreal. Like, the first thing I had was like, no one is walking up on the national television at an awards ceremony and slapping another man in the face.
Trust me.
But like, I couldn't fathom that whole idea, right? And then I thought maybe it's part of the act. They try to do something part of the skit, just to add a bit of humor in there, do something a little different. And then the next thing, like Will Smith is crying at the awards, and then afterwards he's made an apology, and like all these other celebrities are talking about it. So I'm starting to think like, wow, if this is some kind of publicity stunt, they're really going the whole way with it. Like, I mean, they're putting
as
in
for the Oscars, as in the Oscars are doing, or like
That's interesting because I've thought about it, because the Oscars are irrelevant now.
Yeah, exactly. Like nobody, dude. I didn't even know the Oscars were happening.
So
I don't think even anybody knew, unless like you are in that space.
Yeah.
Nobody knew until like this whole thing happened.
Mate, I love acting. I mean, movies and films and stuff. Like, I had no idea the Oscars won.
Bro.
No idea. I was like, oh, what award show is this? Like, the Oscars, they're still out there. It's quite funny actually, because like it kind of shows you the irrelevance of Hollywood in a sense. It's just like, it's not that. I thought you'd think it's one of the biggest award shows. Excuse me. People care a lot about like movie stars and big filmmakers, when in reality, it's like they don't really care. At least that's how I feel. So I was caught in between. Is it real? So I'm playing with the idea now. Obviously, I'm running with it. That it was maybe not staged, and it was a real event. Like,
so what makes you think? So you just moved from fake to this actually could be real.
Yeah, it's like, because this is my my thought process, right?
Yeah.
If it's a publicity stunt, okay, they've gone far enough. But I'm taking that conclusion out, and I'm saying, what if it is real? Let's explore that avenue, because it's more interesting to me, actually, if it's real.
To everyone, it's more interesting if it's real.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you start asking questions like, what's going on with Will Smith?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't know, like, it's weird maybe seeing it from, like, an outside perspective. Because, like, okay, so I've had quite a few opinions on this. Now, like, the one that's, like, I'm hearing the list, which is kind of like, I don't want to stop you from, like, adding more onto this, but people are saying, okay, it's a mental health thing. Like, oh yeah, because of his childhood, his dad used to abuse his mom and he felt helpless and couldn't do anything. And somehow he's displaced that anger and trauma and, you know, displaced it on
Chris Rock.
An easy target, which is obviously Chris Rock at the time, isn't it? So they're saying that like all this pressure that comes with, like, being a celebrity and being Will Smith, you know, being Will Smith, like some kid in flipping what's that country, Madagascar knows about Will Smith. You know what I mean? So
I mean, is that an excuse? Really, mental health? And I don't like how people quickly jump onto mental health bandwagons. Like, you know, somebody does some mad shit or some irresponsible or something that's just downright unacceptable, you know, that people are quick to holler mental health, you know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not. I don't know personally, right?
Yeah.
Very well could be, but I think that's an easy scapegoat.
Right.
Two, also, like, if you want to talk about your childhood and like the abuse that maybe you had when you were younger and all of that, it's valid, but it's also an excuse, right? Lots of people have been in situations where their childhood or something happened to them, trauma, you know. Yes, some of them do end up going and showing that same type of behavior, but it doesn't excuse it. It doesn't excuse it. So yes, well, if that was the case, you know, maybe you should go see a therapist. You Will Smith, like,
it definitely is. If that's the case, it definitely is. You can afford all the therapists.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So.
Exactly. You know, so I mean, I wouldn't dismiss that. It's an interesting, I guess, thought pattern. I've never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
You know, and then the pressures of being a celebrity. There's so many celebrities. Nothing that you can say, actually, that, like what you're saying, like, I see it, but nothing excuses it. There's so many celebrities out there that are massive superstars and they're not walking up and slapping people on stage.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, what type of entitlement is that? Personally, if we're going down this real avenue, like,
get real, sir.
I think
get real.
I think the man was trying to find his. He found an easy target. He's been humiliated in front of the world by his wife.
Oh my.
You know, like, you know, he's got a crazy lifestyle. I also think Will Smith has been irrelevant in a lot of his films. You know,
at least he's like, maybe not this, the one he got nominated best actor for, but at least the ones, like, probably like 5 or 6 previous ones, he has been irrelevant.
Exactly.
For sure,
Exactly. So I think maybe there's a lot of personal pressure that he's been feeling, and that whole incident with the wife, because we'll get that, but that's.
It's like not an incident, it was an entanglement, okay? Say it right.
An entanglement. Like,
it was an entanglement.
That, like, any man who is any man is going to have a difficult time with that situation.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're going to have a difficult time. I don't know how Will Smith, you know, you're still with her or something like that. Like, that's how they decide. But my man was embarrassed in front of the whole world.
Did you see him tearing up on that round table thing?
Red table thing. The red table. I saw that. I saw a bit of that, actually. When it was with him and Jada, his wife was sitting there.
So
right?
Jada hosts a show called Red Table Talks, and, you know, they have all these intimate, open, healing conversations, you know, where they're vulnerable and stuff. she had him vulnerable on the world stage right there, bro. Everyone was looking like, yo, this is the Fresh Prince, bro.
Yo,
this is Mike Lowry.
Bad boys. This is bad
boys, bro. Mike Lowry, are you here, bro? Come on.
No way.
And like, I mean, she's Jada.
She's Jada. Yeah.
She was in The Matrix for like 2 seconds. See, even you're thinking about it right now.
What has she done? Like, I'm thinking, like, what has she done?
Right, so she was, from what I can remember, she was in The Nutty Professor.
Yeah. Fantastic film, right?
Great film. I love that film. It's one of my all-time favorites.
Oscar nomination and all, like.
Exactly. And then she was Nairobi in The Matrix. Is it Reloaded or is the second one? She was in the second Matrix. She didn't really play a major character, but she was in there. That's all I recognize her from. That's it.
She's also, if I'm not mistaken, she was in Gotham.
Oh yes,
series.
Fish.
Yeah. Fish Mooney in Gotham. I quite like that.
I'm actually watching it.
Oh, are you?
I'm on the first season. Yeah, I've just started it.
I've actually finished it. I've watched all the seasons.
Five seasons.
I've watched every single one of them.
Should I keep going then?
Yeah, you should keep going. You should keep going. Like, it gets tricky. It gets tricky. Like, for me, I watched the end of it because I was like, I want to see how it ends.
What?
Right? I was invested.
Like, so, like, how much did you watch before you were like, okay, I want to see the end of it? Oh, as in you wanted to see the end of it. You didn't like just jump to the end.
No. I didn't just jump to the. I didn't just jump to the end. No. I watched all of it because I wanted to see how they developed, like, into how Bruce Wayne develops into Batman, how they were going to do that.
That's part of the hook, innit? Because we want to see how he grows up. And
exactly. But yeah, I mean, it stays in the one place for quite some time. I think like. But it was it was worth it. I think it was still worth it. I enjoyed it. It ended. It needed to end when it did end. I think. But I think they even could have probably done it in like 4 seasons or 3 seasons or whatever. You know what I mean? So maybe it was a season 2.
They stretched it out.
Yeah, stretched out. So, but I think it was good. But yeah, so she was in that.
Yeah. Back to the.
And not much. Like, there's not much when you think of it. So I'm thinking to myself, what type of a spell has she got on Will?
Listen, that who knows, man? Some I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm thinking, listen, if I'm the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I can get any girl on the planet. Any girl. I'm the Fresh Prince, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I mean, on the other hand, people are saying like maybe Will, because it was an open relationship, yeah. I mean, it's an open marriage. So, and I think I heard Will Smith specifically say, she has never committed infidelity.
Yo.
So, I don't know what kind of marriage they have.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
Jeez. I mean, is it open for Will too, or is it just open?
Hell no, okay.
Or is it just open for Jada? Well, oh my goodness.
God knows.
Some people, like, it's crazy how people can do that, right?
It is a weird spell, bro. I don't know. I feel like it's one of them ones. You know what Will Smith is, yeah? He's that hot girl at school, yeah? Let's say, flipping, at 6th form. So I don't sound like a, you know. You know what I'm saying? Let's say he's that hot girl at college, yeah, who doesn't know she's hot, and she's got like this waste man of a boyfriend.
Yeah. And you're like, what are you doing?
Like, exactly. Like, what are you doing with that guy? I could love you better, girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, come over
here,
girl.
Come on,
let me show you something.
I'm hella romantic. I'll treat you
quick
right.
things.
You know what I mean? I'll open doors for you.
Quick things, because like. Wow, what he must have that complex, right? There must be some type of complex to him. Like, I think that's a good analogy because it makes no sense.
It doesn't.
But okay, look, we say that. That's maybe it's very judgmental, but like, look, I don't think it makes sense. But like, maybe the man's in love. Maybe
I mean, he
he's the mother of his kids.
True.
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I think there was also.
I'm trying to make sense of it. Like, Will, no.
I mean, that's all we can do as well. Like, we can only laugh at these situations who are not in it. I have to show that empathy because I just gotta keep it empathetic and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yes, this is what I was gonna say. There was an interview. It was either an interview or he said it in his book, and then someone spoke about it, and I heard it.
Yeah.
He was saying like there was a time where they were separated, and I guess he tried to fill that void with like getting a lot of girls and getting with a lot of women, and he said that even in the process, like before, like when he would like try to have sex, he would get to the point where like he would throw up.
Wow.
Yeah, like he'd feel so terrible inside that he would throw up, physically feel sick, right?
Wow. Because
clearly he loved this woman
so much,
and he loved her so much that the idea of new vagina was repulsive to him.
Will Smith is built different, isn't he?
He's built different. He's a better man than me. Because if I was him, I'd be
different.
I'd be swimming in Punani. Okay, I'd be swimming. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe he's just a good guy. Maybe Will's. Well, I mean, I don't know anymore. But like, maybe he's just a nice guy. Boy. He's a simple. Like, I mean, maybe he is. Like, I don't know. How do you explain that? He I've never heard that before. He threw up. He was so repulsed.
He felt physically sick. So he couldn't like, I don't know if he was having sex and then he just like, blah, blah, because that would be like offensive.
That would be a bit offensive. That would be a bit wrong.
Trying to say, it smell right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that far, but he felt like physically sick.
Yeah.
So his love for Jada was
so
probably
strong.
that strong. So this spell you're talking
this
about,
sounds like black magic. This does like
it's
you know what I mean. So he's probably put a hex on him or something like that. I mean, if it's that extent, like the most logical conclusion is that voodoo's happening. Like,
because I think about it, even like if we go back to the Oscar situation, when Chris Rock said the joke, Will Smith laughed. He laughed. He was like, I mean, I don't know if it was like a nervous laughter, but he was laughing the whole time Chris Rock was telling jokes. Even to that joke, he laughed.
And you see it on TV.
Yeah,
you can't deny
evidence. You know what I mean? The cameras don't lie. You can't go Shaggy in this situation and say it wasn't me.
You know they didn't catch me on camera. Nah, he caught you on camera.
Nah, it wasn't me, bro. So it's like. So he laughed, and then we see how his wife reacts.
Yeah.
And we cut away to Chris. Now I'm guessing she looks at him and then probably switches on that voodoo thing we were talking about.
Yeah.
And that's when he goes up. Now I'm thinking, what's he thinking? Like, okay, she doesn't like the joke. So what the first thought in his mind is, I'm gonna get up and then slap this man for doing his job. How does that make sense?
Nah, I wish we'd seen. You know when the camera cut to Chris Rock, I wish we'd seen that interaction from Will laughing, to him getting up on stage. How did that switch happen? Because 1 minute you're laughing, the next minute you're so angry that you're cussing on national TV and you're slapping a man on stage. What happened?
Because that doesn't add up.
It does not.
And that doesn't say you're standing up and defending for your wife. That makes you look like a bit of a punk.
Yeah.
You look like a punk. She looked at you or said something to you and you said, okay, I'm going to get it when I get back home, so I've got to get up and do something now.
Exactly.
Like, that's not defending somebody.
It's like, what did she say? Like, oh, Tupac wouldn't have let that slide. You know what I mean? If the tag was here, he would not have let that go down, okay?
Put another man's... Oh, come on. That is so belittling as well. Like,
I don't know.
So that's why he does it. Like, I think he's a belittled man. Like, that doesn't make sense. And then Chris Rock, like... But even just... it's so bad because, like, what precedence does that set?
Yeah. Right? Because it's clearly a crime as well. Like, that was assault. You know what I mean? Like,
he did assault him.
Like, remove the whole I'm trying to protect my wife. You clearly assaulted someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, on on a show on live television, you walked up to this man and you assaulted him
because you didn't like his joke.
Because you didn't like his. I mean, no. What was the joke?
G.I. Jane.
I can't wait to see you in G.I.
Jane 2. I mean, that's not even deep.
I had to look that up. I literally had to look that up.
It's not even that deep.
I know. Probably nobody knows who G.I. Jane is. Probably no one under like 40 knows who G.I. Jane is. Yeah. But like, apparently that's too deep.
See, this is what I find absolutely hilarious. Ricky Gervais, when he hosted the Golden Globes.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
He basically roasted every single person in Hollywood for being friends with pedophiles, child molesters, sex offenders. I didn't see anyone get up and slap him then. But you make a G.I. Jane joke about somebody's hair, it's okay to get up and be slapped.
Yes.
Hollywood makes no sense.
It is okay.
It's okay.
You know why? Because she's got alopecia.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, and that's a condition that people have. And second of all, she's a black woman. All right? We have to protect black women.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Black women and hair. Black women have a relationship with hair that is, I don't know, spiritual. Help me out here.
Yeah, I heard this thread, right? Like, I don't know. I heard this thread and I thought, wow, we're really clutching at straws here now, right?
Yeah.
Like, black women and their hair need to be protected. They've had like, what do you call it? Like, discrimination towards their hair. Their hair's not been beautiful enough. Curly hair's not been. I said, wow. We really going into this, like, I mean, we're
going there.
Let's go there, like, because I thought, wow, that's okay, that's a new topic.
Yeah.
Black women need defending. Okay, so we should just get up and slap everyone that comes and says like something about your hair.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jay. I mean, sorry, you got alopecia, right?
Yeah.
But like,
which is what? I mean, it's basically balding, really.
Is it balding? So she's just balding.
Yeah, she's just losing hair. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it's nothing like that deep.
It's not like she's got cancer.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's not like she's got cancer. So like, it's not if she had cancer
and then you made that
joke, then I would be like, you know what, Chris, that's too far.
That's a bit far. She was going through chemotherapy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then you come up with a joke like that. Then you're like, I think even everybody else would be like, Chris, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should get slapped on stage.
Because you're just doing your job.
But
still.
Afterwards, you're going to say, yo, this is a problem. You can't. This is another thing which makes me think Will Smith is so weak. Like, that's not how men handle situations.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, what does it take for him to take him to the side afterwards and be like, yo, we've got a problem here?
It's emotion. It must be emotion, right? It's gotta be emotion. Like, he's acting on like this emotion that he feels because of his wife not feeling the joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
His wife sounds like trouble still.
Yo. You can say that again, okay? Like, she's embarrassed him, like publicly embarrassed him so bad. It's so sad to see right now.
It is. And this just makes it worse,
But wait, I think that was interesting. You were going towards a thread about black women and their hair. Which would be cool if we had a black woman who was also bald here. Maybe to give her perspective. But I know someone, maybe I can get the perspective on this. By the time you guys hear this, it's gonna be Christmas, so who knows? You'll see. But yeah, but no, if you don't want to go back to that thread, you can go to this is how men handle situations like this.
Well, I mean, look, we can touch on that again. We can go back and touch that before we move on to that. But it's a very tricky subject. You see, it reminds me of, like, you know how they're talking about mental health.
Yeah. With
Will Smith. Or now black women, we have to defend them in their hair.
Yeah.
It's cheap. They're using. I know it has been an issue. It has been an issue in history, right? It without a shadow of doubt. We all know that black women have had a very torrid time with appearances, particularly with their hair and their looks and what they think is naturally beautiful and what's not naturally beautiful. Like, there's no secret about it. And I mean, I've got a little niece, and I get, like, she's six this year, and she's put in extensions before or done things to her hair, and I'm like, oh, it's a shame. Like, I wish you would just have natural hair, but like, who am I to say?
Yeah.
Who am I to say? True. So, you know, I would, and you know, if I ever have daughters, I mean, like, I would love them to know that like their hair as it is fine, and I try and encourage that within my niece, because it's been such a historical problem for a lot of women. To use that as a defense for the actions of Will Smith, I think is pathetic. I don't like it. You're taking a serious issue.
Yeah.
You know, something that is very serious and people are sensitive about it, and you're using it as a tool to defend a man acting completely inappropriately.
Yeah.
Come now.
You know what that is? That's actually white privilege. No, Will Smith has white privilege right now. That's what he has. Okay? Like, I mean, I know I think he wrote an apology, like 2 apologies, and then apparently he resigned from the organization of motion pictures and
what
science.
Does that even mean? Yeah, I don't know if that was a joke or if that was real. What does that even mean? How do you resign from the Academy of Motion Pictures and Science? Like, are you not going to do movies now, or?
I'm thinking, is it the same way as resigning from, like, say, if you're a teacher and you resign from, like, I don't know, the board of organization that's to do with teaching?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, like I'm thinking like the lawyers and the bar, like they're part of an organization that they have to be and they have to do that. They have to be a part of that in order to legally be able to practice. So if you remove yourself from there, you can no longer practice in the field. Well, legally, I think I could be wrong, in the field of law. So I wonder if that's what it means, because it would be interesting to see what that means. Does that mean that now his award is revoked?
Oh, that is. I doubt that's what that means.
He's like, I'm gonna keep my Oscar.
Yeah. You're taking this, right? I've been working hard from this.
I'm gonna keep my.
Me and my wife.
Bro.
Boycotted this show because you didn't nominate me last time. Okay. I think people are saying that it's linked to that as well. It's like Chris Rock made the joke. I don't know if it was from like the Oscars from 4-6 years ago, whenever it was on. That when he was hosting.
Yeah.
And in his like opening monologue, he mentioned something about Jada boycotting the Oscars, and they said like that was like him boycotting Rihanna's panties, like he wasn't invited.
Yeah.
Something like that. So people are thinking, Chris Rock's been saying this and that since then, so that's probably why that happened.
Yeah, Will got up.
Yeah.
He's a comedian. What is he supposed to do? Like,
I mean, we'll definitely get to Chris Rock as well.
Yeah. I want to, because his reaction also baffled me.
I'm not sure what that means, that he has to return the Oscar. I don't think he does, because otherwise, I'm thinking like, if that's what it meant, they wouldn't have given him the Oscar in the first place.
I'm baffled they did.
Yeah.
I was astounded